Hello. Hopefully the sound is good today. How are you, Cookie? Can you hear me okay? And there's no echo, right? Hello, Rocco. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. I think my sound issues are all worked out. Different mic and got everything reset up. I think I'm good now after my little temper tantrum on Tuesday. You guys having a good day? Probably, I would think, going to be, okay, good. I'm glad the sound is good. I think today is probably going to be a small stream, but I'm super looking forward to the TALI romance, which I've never watched. I am excellent. Hello, Shar. How are you? Crystal's not going to be here today. Hi, Mickey. Crystal's not going to be here today, so I don't have a moderator. So if anybody misbehaves, I'm going to have to knock you over the head myself, or I'll get one of you guys to do it. I'm glad you're doing well, Rocco. How are you doing, Mickey? I hope you're all rested up. As I said, today I want to look at the TALI romance, which was such a horribly aborted attempt the other day. But I'm in a better mood today. Things are better. And I've had plenty of caffeine this morning. I'm doing pretty well. It's cooler out now. I'm not a hot weather girl, so it's cooler out now, and that makes me happy. Have you guys done, Rocco, have you done the TALI romance? I think Shar said that he's done it once. Mickey, I think you said you have not. Hi, Jambo. Welcome, welcome. The sound issues are fixed as far as I know. Let me know if you encounter any issues, but I think that they are fixed. I'm doing very well. Do you guys have any great plans for the weekend? I do not. Hello, Melanie. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Nope, I've never romanced TALI either, but I think you have to be male ship only, right? TALI's heterosexual romance, I believe. So no, I have never romanced her. Maybe I'll pick her on my Renegade playthrough of Adult Shep. I'm going to do a all bad decisions playthrough with you guys' help. Anyway, I'm interested to see the TALI romance, having never seen it. Do you guys always romance the same person? I think we've talked about this before, but I always romance the same person. It's very... you've never romanced TALI because you consider her a friend or a little sister. Yeah, I think a lot of people say that. That's the reason I never romanced Garrus. He's a friend. He's like a brother. Don't mind me. I'm still ingesting my caffeine for the day. That's right, Mickey. That's right. Don't forget to smash that like button. I hate asking for that. Oh, anyways, let's get on to the romance and we'll see how it goes. Let me know if the sound levels are good or bad.
Did you bring it?
Let me just switch screens here really quick. Make myself tiny again. And then we'll go ahead.
Did you bring it?
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
All right, we're right here at the very beginning. And I can hear it perfectly. Let me know if the balance is
Fist
okay.
set
If the
me
game
up.
is too loud,
I knew
or if
I
I'm
couldn't
too
trust
loud, or
him.
if you're getting any kind of echo. It should be good today.
Don't worry about
I
Fist.
believe
He got
I have
what was
solved
coming
my
to him.
problems. Yay,
Then I
the
guess there are
sound
two
is
things
great.
I need to
Yay.
thank you for. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance
Have
to
you guys
repay
played
you
as
for
both
saving my
male
life.
and female
But
Shep?
not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
The ambassador's office. It's safe there. He'll want to see this anyway.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wards, an all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you know how many... Who's this? The Quarian?
What
are
I
you
don't
up to,
like
Shepard?
Udina. Probably nobody
This
does
Quarian
like
can help us
Udina.
bring down Saren. I would have told you that if you hadn't jumped down my throat.
I apologize, Commander. This whole
Do you
thing
guys
with
pick
Saren has
Anderson
me a
or
bit on
Udina
edge.
to be the ambassador
Maybe
when
we
you're
should
given the
just
choice?
start
I always
at
pick
the
Udina because it
beginning,
doesn't
Miss-
matter if you pick
My name is
Anderson
Tali.
anyway.
Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
I've never heard of this before.
It is a tradition among my people. When we reach maturity, we leave the ships of
Yeah,
our
I've only
parents
played
and
as
our
Fem Shep
people
as well.
behind. Alone, we search the stars, only returning to the flotilla once we have discovered something of value. In this way, we prove ourselves worthy of adulthood.
What kinds
Not a
of
bad
things do
idea
you
when you
look
think
for?
about it.
It could be resources like food or fuel, or some type of useful technology, or even knowledge that will make life easier on the flotilla. Through our pilgrimage, we
Melanie,
prove
have
that
you
we will
played
contribute
Mass
to the
Effect or Mass
community,
Effect
rather
Legendary
than
or
being
any
a
of the
burden
any
on our
or all of
limited
the three
resources.
games?
Tell us what you found.
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious.
I was curious.
I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved. Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was
I
a
don't
major
blame you for
victory.
picking Anderson.
Beacon has
I would
brought us
trust
one
Anderson
step
more. Obviously, I
closer to
would never
finding
trust
the conduit.
Udina, but it ends up Udina anyway, and
That's
he is a
Saren's voice.
politician.
This proves he was involved in the attack.
Saren won't get out of this one.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
There's more, but wait, there's more.
Eden Prime was a major victory. Beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
One step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
Benezia.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
It sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
Udina, he makes me laugh.
They won't believe you anyway. Just keep them out of this.
We have to tell them. Even if they don't believe anything else, this proves Saren is a traitor.
The captain's right.
I don't
We
understand
need
why
to
they
present
have
this to the
Anderson's
Council
face
right away.
looking so beat up.
What about her? The Quarian?
Yep, Jambo, I'm the same. I usually
My
pick
name
Udina
is
because A,
Tali.
it ends up being Udina anyway, and B,
You saw me in
Anderson,
the
it's a
alley,
job
Commander.
Anderson will
You
do
know what I
because
can
he's
do.
loyal,
Let me come
and I
with
would
you.
trust him more, but he doesn't want
I thought
the
you
job.
were on your pilgrimage.
The pilgrimage proves we are willing to give of ourselves for the greater good. What does it say about me if I turn my back on this? Saren is a danger to the entire galaxy. My pilgrimage can wait.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get
Hello,
things ready
Meadow.
with the Council.
I love Mass
Take a
Effect
few
fandom.
minutes
We've
to
all
collect
played the game
yourself,
so
then
much we
meet
can
us in the
decide every
town.
cutscene.
Your
I know,
ship's
right?
amazing, Shepard. I've never seen
Although
a
I've been
drive core
surprised
like
at
this
how
before.
many scenes I haven't
I can't
seen because
believe
I
you were
tend to
able
play
to
the
fit
same
it into a
storyline
ship
over and
this
over and over
small.
again. And I tend to make the same decisions in every
I'm
game
starting
over and
to
over again.
understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
Rocco, the volume of your
The
voice
Normandy's
is
a
too
prototype.
slow compared to the
Cutting-edge
volume of the
technology.
game for me.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come
Is that
true
any
for me.
better?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant
Plus, I
fleet
need
is
to
the
make sure I
key to the
speak up because I have a
survival of my
tendency to
people.
speak relatively
Ships are our
quietly.
most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as
Okay, good.
independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy.
Tell me about your people.
Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla.
That's an amazing
and each
number
of us
when you think
relies
about
on
it.
the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Yeah, I would think if you're living on a ship,
In
you have to live
extreme
under some
cases of
fairly
population
stringent
decline,
rules.
incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't
I
had to
think
take
they're a
such
little bit
measures in
bright,
nearly a
Jambo. This
century.
is this footage is
your
courtesy of Naughty Gaming because they always
Conclave
it's
is our civilian branch of government.
commentary
Each ship
and it's
can
all
elect
the
a
scenes.
representative to serve
But
on
it's
the
I think he
conclave and
uses
make
mods.
decisions
I mean,
that
he
affect
definitely
the
uses
fleet
the
as a
mods in
whole.
his Dragon
On
Age
matters
footage,
that
so he
affect an
probably is using a
individual
mod.
ship, however, the captain has the
my
final
guess.
say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction.
Ah, yes.
The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any
That's
decision
right,
by
Rocco.
the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty. And they can
I end up
only do
choosing
this
Udina
once.
because I know it
After
defaults to him
that,
anyway, and
the entire
it
board
irritates
must
me to have
resign
my
their
choice
posts.
just not count at all.
It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the
All right,
Geth.
this is about the point on
I doubt
Tuesday
I
when I
can
had
tell
a
you
meltdown.
anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were
Interesting.
originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI
And then we
status.
accidentally made them sentient. Well, have a great dinner, Rocco.
You had to know it would blow up in your face.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other
Hi,
nearby
Suzanne.
Geth.
You are welcome to lurk.
Basically, the more of them you have in the
Lurk
group,
away.
the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness.
I'd be
No,
a lurker
nothing
too
like
if I didn't
that.
have to
They
speak.
cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
Is that why they stay together
made
in
them
masses?
rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth
You
were
should.
created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
That's right.
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all
Same
Geth.
thing that people
The
tried to
Geth
do
responded to
when
this order
the
violently.
deviants, when all the deviants started in
You can't blame them for
Detroit,
fighting for their survival.
become human. Let's just kill
We
them
had
all.
no other choice.
Let's
The
deactivate them.
Geth
Let's
were
destroy
already on
them.
the verge of revolution.
We
By
can't allow
acting
them any
quickly,
rights.
We had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the
I know,
Geth
I'm
would
kind of the
still be
same way,
little more
Mickey.
than
Hello,
machines,
Whitey. I'm so happy the
incapable
sound
of
is working. I
organized
put a
resistance.
lot of work into the sound
But
the
they
last
had
couple days.
progressed
Trust
much
me.
further
It's,
than anyone
I had a hissy fit, and then
The
I
war
got to
was
problem
long
solving, and
and
I got
Millions
different mic,
upon
which is
millions
better
of
and more
Quarians
controllable,
died at their hands.
and I redid all my
In the
sound
end,
channels.
we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil.
Now, all of us were just talking,
Now
Whitey,
we
about the
drift
fact
through
that we
space,
don't romance
exiled,
Tali because she's like a
searching
little
for a way to
sister, but I know
reclaim what
Whitey
was
doesn't
once
feel that
ours.
way. No, no, no.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None.
And yet, that turns
Why do
out
you
to
think
be
they cut
not
themselves
true,
off
does
from
it,
the rest of
with
the
the Geth?
galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They're not shit-talking her. They're saying that she's super cute and that they think of her
They
like a
didn't
little
kill
sister,
Sarah.
and so they would have a
What
hard
does
time
that tell
romancing
you?
her.
The
They're
Geth
not
are not
shit-talking her.
innocent
Don't worry.
victims in all this.
Rude.
They're
How
the
rude.
enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance.
Yeah,
with a
I've
new crew.
only ever
It's
played as
necessary to
Femshep,
maintain
Suzanne, so
genetic
obviously I've never
diversity among
romanced
the
Tali. So
fleet.
I find these really interesting because
no
I get
ship
to see
wants
these
to
whole
accept
storylines of a
someone who
game
will
that
be a
I've played a
burden on
zillion
them.
times, but
So, to
haven't
prove
seen
our
a lot
worth,
of the
we embark
interactions.
On a pilgrimage. We set out alone.
Exactly,
leaving the
Cookie. They may
flotilla
not have
and our
rebelled if the
families
Quarians
behind
hadn't
us.
tried to destroy them.
We
That's how
only
I see it.
return once we have found something of value.
I mean, she's
we can
repeating
bring
the
back
party
to the
line
fleet.
that the
This is presented as a
Quarians
gift to the
believe that
captain
they
of the
had to do it,
respective
but
ship we
they
wish to
didn't really
join.
have to do it.
If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
His eyes are a little
That
bit like
doesn't
this.
happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift.
I should think.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's
So
not
how
like they
old is
just
Tali?
cast
And
us
does
out.
anybody know the
Before
Quarians'
we leave,
lifespan? I
are
mean, we know
given
the
lessons
Asari's
in how to
lifespan because they
survive
talk about it a
outside the
lot. But do
flotilla,
Quarians have
and
lifespans
given
that are
gifts to
similar
help us on our
to
journey.
humans?
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
I guess.
By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped.
You
for
played
the
male
pilgrimage.
Shep once but wanted
This
to
is a
romance
rite of
Jack.
passage for all
I'm going to
Quarians.
watch the Jack
If it
romance
were
because I've never
dangerous,
seen
our
it.
numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual
I would imagine
presentation of
Jack
the
has a
gift
fairly
to one of
thick
the
shell. It
fleet's
takes a while to
captains.
break through. Have you guys?
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Yes, they look like they've had
I
20.
should go.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
90 to
hello,
120.
Shepard.
Okay, so a little bit longer than humans.
Are you okay?
So TALI would be what, 18,
I don't
19
know.
here?
Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place.
Yeah, but that's why you belong with
The
Garrus.
Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
That's funny.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means
Oh,
an
that's a good
engine's
point,
died
Shar.
or an
Humans'
air filter
lifespans
shut
would
down.
probably be longer in this time than they
I
would
guess
have
you don't
in
have
our
to worry
real
about
time.
that here. But old habits die hard.
You dumped Jack in the
But
third
it's
one,
more than
Suzanne.
just the
How'd she take it?
silence. This ship feels so empty.
Have you
It's
guys
like
ever
half the
romanced
crew
Jack
is
besides
missing. Back
Suzanne?
home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
You're homesick, TALI.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always
The
assume
Jack
something
romance is
bad
cute,
happened to
more so
them.
without any Paragon
maybe
interrupts.
they
Well,
just
that's
wanted a different
that's
life.
interesting. Suzanne, how
You do
dare
plan
you?
to return to the migrant fleet, right?
She slugged you? Oh,
I
that's
could
funny.
never abandon my people, Shepard.
I could see Jack
I
reacting
will
that
go
way,
back
though.
eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
I should go. I should go. I should go.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
Yeah, really, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Mickey has only ever romanced Liara. Wow. You are
You still
loyal
got a
and
long way to
devoted,
go.
Mickey.
You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be
I
more
find
than
myself,
that.
I've said
There's
this a
a
million
lot
times, but I
expected of
make
me.
the same decisions in
What's so
every
special
stinking
about you?
time I play this
It's
game.
my
I always
father.
say I'm going to
He's
make
the
different
senior
decisions so
member
that
of
I can
the
see,
Admiralty Board.
different
He's
cutscenes.
one
I
of
never
only
do.
5 people
I end
who
up
can
making the same
overrule the
decisions in
decisions of the
every playthrough.
Conclave
So it's the
for the good
same
of the
game
migrant
every time I
fleet.
play.
My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people.
And I'd be willing to
Our
bet you guys
entire
are the
race
same
is in
way.
his hands. And
More
I'm
like
his
stuck
only
in a...
child.
No, it's not stuck in a... I do the same thing,
So are
Mickey.
you
I
some
romance
kind of heir
Caden
to the
every
Quarian
time.
throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
It's just like humans.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
That would be a lot of pressure.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you
Hi,
have to
Sammy. I love
understand
romancing
Quarian
TALI as a
culture.
paragon and
We're
Garrus as a
very
renegade.
insular society. The events beyond the flotilla
that's
don't
interesting.
much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return
Can you
to our
elaborate,
homeworld
Sammy?
and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
Not really. I like the... I don't
What
have
would you
time
need
for
to bring
this.
back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since
Mickey,
the exile.
only-
They've continued to
Jambo,
evolve. We've
Only
done our best
on
to
one
study them,
femship,
but
I
it's
didn't
not
go
easy.
with Liara. I
They're
wanted to do
very
the trainer
reclusive.
romance. I didn't want
Until
Shell and
recently,
Liara.
they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Reasonable.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
That's true.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said,
I think about a different one, and I feel like I'm cheating.
My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around.
Isn't it
all
funny
that
how you
much.
bring your actual, your real life values into the game with you?
People counted on him.
I do the
and
same
he took
thing.
his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once.
Like when I played The Witcher,
It's like he
I was going to
always
have
weighed down by all
Geralt
that
basically sleep with... I mean, Geralt does, I
I
think,
mean, I know
in
he
the
cares
books too,
about
but
me,
I was going to have Geralt
but he
sleep with
never
every
really
woman
showed it,
that it was
not in the
possible to sleep
usual
with in The
way.
Witcher.
I guess
And then I had a really hard
best thing
time
I can
doing
say
it.
about my father is that I
Because
respect
you know what?
him.
My Geralt is a loyal guy.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something else.
I would like to talk
Like
about
what?
something else. So there's no
should
flirt
go.
options yet that I've seen.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren,
I think Tali feels vulnerable around Shep. Her having a
won't be much
Paragon
longer.
Shep support and
One way
Mass
or
Effect
another,
3 just feels
it'll all be
natural.
over
Meanwhile,
soon.
Garrus is sort of the bad boy in
You'll
ME2. I
find
love
the
seeing him
conduits
renegade.
before he does.
And
I
Renegade
know
Shep
you
cause havoc.
You have to.
That's actually an interesting point. I'm
after
going to
this
play
is
a
all
Renegade
over,
run
when
through
my
of
pilgrimage
Shep,
ends,
although
and I go
I will
back to
play
my
a
own
male
people,
Shep probably, so I
I'll
probably
be
won't be
proud to
romancing
say I was
Garrus.
a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Tali.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot.
You've done
and it
all
says
the
something
fem ship
about
role.
you.
No, what it says about
Whatever
you is that you're
happens,
interested in
just
actually
want to
seeing
say
the
thank you
story.
for that.
I think that's very interesting.
I'm going to miss you when you go back to your own people, Tali.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
I should go.
I should go. Go.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait,
All right, all right, all right. Now we're
I'm
in
not taking any
Mass Effect
chances
2.
with Cerberus operatives.
put those weapons down!
And look, she's so much old. She's older and more
Is that-
authoritative.
You're alive?
Shepard?
Tali Zora, you served on my ship. You know what I do to people who threaten me.
Yikes.
Praza, tell your team to put their weapons away.
Damn it, Tali, this is bullshit! Why would your own commander work for Cerberus?
I don't know, but if this is Shepard, I don't know. Shepard would have a reason.
All right,
I
Shepard,
nearly
say
died,
something
Tali.
reasonable.
Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
How could you turn your back on the Council?
You got it backwards. The Council turned its back on us. So did the Alliance. Human colonies are disappearing, and nobody else is doing a damn thing about it.
Nobody's
This
doing a
isn't
damn
getting us
thing
any
about
answers. We need to find out what happened to those missing colonists.
Perhaps we can work together. We're here looking for a young Quarian named Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
it. His eyes look more normal.
Everyone else is dead. What makes you think Vitor survived?
We saw him when we landed.
You saw him? Then why isn't he with you already?
Because he's
Vitor was
crazy
injured,
town.
and he was always, nervous.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the
Why
far
would you
side
do
of
a
town.
Tali romance
We
playthrough and
suspect he
not
also
give her the
programmed the
Geth
mechs
data
to
in
attack
MU1?
anything that moved.
I don't know. That's a reasonable question. Somebody who's romanced
Vitor's the
Tali
only one who can tell us what happened here.
needs to answer
We should
that.
work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need two
Sorry,
teams to get past the
New
drones
microphone,
anyway.
and so I'm still
Now
dinking
we're
with
working
it
with
all the time.
Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait
Go
on
wait
the
in the
ship.
car.
Head for the warehouse through the center of the colony. We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the drones to clear you a path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
Oh, that was a reasonable
That's not
question.
how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
I don't know. Miranda is
Agreed.
good looking,
We
but
work
boy,
together
she can
to get to
be
Vitor.
cold.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. See you on the far
That
side.
first
We need to
dialogue
get this
did
data
not
to the
have the
elusive
pilgrimage
man.
option,
Grab the
so
quarry and then
obviously
call the
this
shuttle to
person
come
didn't
pick
do
us
it
up.
in ME1.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows
I
anything else.
never give
He'll be
Vitor to
returned
Cerberus.
unharmed.
Never,
Your
never,
people
never.
tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
I never give him over.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I'm still trying
Just
to
like old
accept that you're
times,
even
baby.
alive.
Just like
and you're
old
with
times.
Cerberus. I've got responsibilities now. I've got a mission of my own. I can't walk away from that. Not even for you.
So did this person not romance her
He's
in Mass
traumatized
Effect
and he
1?
needs
Because I
medical
never saw
care.
any romance.
Tali will give us
Is
the
she not
Omnitool data
romanceable
and
in
take him
Mass
to the
Effect?
flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard.
I'm confused.
I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything
Even
that
as
can
hi
help
Sammy,
you,
even
I'll
as a
let you know.
renegade Shep, I can't bring myself to hand.
We're
I
ready for
never
pickup.
hand him over. Just because I know what happens to him if you hand him over. Cerberus are so awful.
Tali, it's
Woo!
Shepard.
He's gone renegade.
Shepard? I'm not complaining, but you show up at the strangest
Oh, you
times.
can't start her romance. See,
What
I've
are
never
you
tried,
doing
so
in
I
the
didn't
middle
know.
of Get space?
We can talk about it later. What's your
Look
status?
at him.
Call
That's the
Rieger,
face
what's
of a
left the
renegade.
Marines got me into the
That's what
observatory.
happens.
From where you are, it's through the door and across the field. I got the data I needed, and I'm safe for now, but I've got a lot of Geth outside.
What's this research you're after?
It's about this world's sun. It's
Oh,
aging
yes.
faster than it should. I can tell you more about it once we've got fewer Geth shooting at us.
Would it help if I brought in the Normandy?
Doubtful. These buildings are centuries old. If you bring down heavy fire, this whole place could collapse on us.
Is anyone else still with you, or are you alone out there?
Rieger had a team of Marines covering me when I ran for the observatory. At least some of them are still alive. I can hear them
They call their
firing at the Geth
military
outside.
units the same words.
It looks like somebody sealed the door against the Geth and the console is damaged. Can you get it open on your end?
Let me see. Yes, I can do it. Here. Should be unlocked now. Be careful, Shepard, and please do what you
Well,
can
hello,
to keep
Crystal.
Rieger alive. Thank you, Shepard. If not for you, I would never have made it out of this room. This whole
And do you
mission
hear
has
my
been a
sound,
disaster.
Crystal?
I wish I'd joined you back on Freedom's Progress.
Smooth and
but I couldn't
buttery
let
and all
anyone
the
take my place
all the
on
balances
something
are
this
correct.
risky.
A lot of Quarians lost their lives here. Was it worth it?
I don't know, Shepard. It wasn't my call. The Admiralty Board believed the information here was worth sacrificing all our lives for. I
really need to
believe
do a
that they know what's
playthrough
best.
of all 3 games where I romance
didn't ask what some admiral
alternatives
thought.
that I've never
I asked what you
romanced
thought.
before because I'm really
A
in a
lot
rut.
of people died here. Some of them were my friends. All of them were good at their jobs. That damn data better be worth it. The price was too high.
The price was too
What can
high.
you tell me about your research here?
Haystrom's sun is destabilizing. Back when this was a Quarian colony, it was a normal star. It shouldn't change that quickly.
Any idea what's destabilizing the sun?
If
Your
I had
face-
to guess, I'd
your
say
face
that
with
it
all those
was dark
stars?
energy affecting the interior of the star. The effect is similar to when stars blow off mass to enter a red giant phase.
I
But
sound
Haystrom's sun is far too
amazing.
young for this to be natural.
Oh, well, good luck to Solus at the vet.
It looks like I just saved your mission. Maybe now your people will let me steal you for my mission.
Just let me transmit the data from a secure channel. Then I can leave with you. And if the admirals have a problem with it, they can go to hell. I just watched the rest of my team die.
Maybe
They
not
can
the
go
whole
to
rest
hell.
of your team, ma'am.
Rieger, you made it.
Your old captain's as good as you said. Damn Colossus never stood a chance.
Tali's coming with me.
Tally's
I hope
coming
that's
with
not a
me, and
problem.
there's nothing you can do
Not as
about
long
it.
as it's her choice.
It is. Thank you, Rieger.
I'll pass the data to the Admiralty board and let them know what happened. She's all yours now, Shepard. Keep her safe.
Cerberus saw footage of you in action,
Scharfrichter did a femship
Looking
playthrough
forward to
once where
having
you
you on the
romance the
team.
R in one,
Your engineering
had a fling with
expertise will
Kelly in
really
two, and
benefit
then
the
train her
mission.
in three. Your
I
tramp
don't know who you
playthrough.
are, but Cerberus threatened the security of the migrant fleet. Don't make nice.
That's why you're here, Tali. I need people who aren't Cerberus. People I can trust.
I
Man, oh
wasn't
man,
part
he
of what
needs to
happened
fix
to
his
the migrant
face. I
fleet,
really hate the scarred
but I
up face.
understand your distrust. I hope we'll get past that as we work together.
I assumed that you were undercover, Shepard. Maybe even planning to blow Cerberus up. If that's the case, I'll loan you a grenade. Otherwise, I'm here for you, not for them.
That's all I'm asking, Tali.
I'll be in engineering
Oh,
if you
I'm
need
here
me.
for you, Shepard. Ah.
Don't forget to introduce yourself to Edie, the ship's new artificial intelligence.
What?
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Let's go over here and stand right next
We
to the
didn't
nuclear
really
core.
have time to chat while taking out Geth on Haster.
I know
did we?
that shade when she looks
I
back.
can't believe so many people died. Thank you again
That's all
for
right.
getting Rieger
Jacob's
out
an
alive.
ass, so
All
throw
for
him all the
data
shade
about
you want.
stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty board gets some use out of it.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives
The
from each
Conclave,
ship.
that's the first
They
time I've
make
ever
most of
noticed
our
that. The
laws and
Conclave,
fleet
just like in Dragon
decisions.
Age. Why have I never noticed that before?
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecured channel for that matter.
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime
I
you
don't
get a
get it.
suit
They
puncture,
rebuilt
it's a matter
Shep
of
from
luck.
scratch,
Rieger
100%
got out with a relatively
functionality,
minor
and yet his
infection.
face is all messed up.
Having any
I
trouble
mean, it seems like
settling back in
rebuilding
on the
his
Normandy?
face would be the easiest
I
part
like
of
the
it.
quiet. I miss the old faces, though. Presley, Engineer Adams, all of them. It doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship.
What was a pretty
Are you
boss
sure
move?
working for them is the right thing to do?
Does it look like they're pulling the strings, Tali? I'm not working for them. They're working for me.
You keep
So
telling
you
yourself
ordered the
that,
listening
Shep. Just
devices and
keep
tracking
telling
beacons
yourself
that are
that.
all over this ship. I know you need resources to fight the Collectors, but be careful, Shepard.
Cookie, I love the fact that even though you can't see Tal's face, you still know she's glaring at... I know, right?
What happened between Cerberus and the Quarians?
They attacked one of our ships, the Edena. It seems they were attempting to kill or control a young human biotic who was on the fleet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't really know the details. I do know that Cerberus made an
By the
enemy
way,
of the
introduce
Quarian
yourself to
people.
our AI.
I
Yeah,
fully
you're right.
expect them to betray us at some point, and we'll be ready.
I'm glad to hear that, Shepard. Just let me know how I can help. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by. Shepard, I'm
You are
glad you came
dismissed.
by. I may need your help. I just received a message from the migrant fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason. I'm scared, Shepard.
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
That's crazy
I
town.
don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
She has a different mask
Is
on
it
now.
because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again. I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a trial.
Hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges.
My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for
her entire
treason
outfit's
is
different.
exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
It's upgraded.
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
What happens if you're
And
convicted?
here's where the decisions
Like I
start
said,
falling in place.
exile.
You have to make them in the right
The
order.
specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the migrant fleet again.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective.
Oh, that makes sense.
And we don't have enough people to afford executions. An exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Honora Vanya Vassilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians. She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Ooh, ouch.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
The worst
Okay,
kind of family
let's go
meeting.
find the flotilla.
Ouch.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard.
Oh, he's got all kinds
I'll
of time.
program
All
the
kinds
Normandy
of time
with the
to help
flotilla's
you.
current location.
Run errands
The
for all kinds
admirals
of
will
people.
be waiting for us. This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior
Our ship
docking
is
cradle
not
17.
clean. All right, it's gonna get interesting.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting
Bringing
under more
Legion to
pleasant
her loyalty
circumstances.
mission is the funniest thing in the world. The Quarians freak out. I bet. Actually, that is pretty funny. I wonder if it has, like, bad ramifications, though.
I never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy.
I'm not sure I would have told him that.
responsible for the lives of Orc.
I think you have to be a little
That entitles
judicious
you to
in what
respect
information you
for
give at
Army.
that point.
May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Kila Salai. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
TALI helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help, TALI. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
Let's deal with that later, TALI. What's our next step, Captain?
Technically, I'm under orders to place Talizora under arrest pending the hearing. So, TALI, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza.
The Garden Plaza.
Good luck.
Gosh, I haven't played this in a while.
TALI Zora Vas Normandy.
I love her
I am
speaking
glad
voice.
you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, TALI. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
Exactly, Mickey. Watching this makes me want to
My
play it again
history
too.
with TALI and her father forced me to
Funny
recuse
history with Mass
myself.
Effect.
I imagine Father
I
had to do
haven't
the same.
finished a
You'll
complete
see
playthrough
inside
since my
TALI.
dad died, so I really
For
need to
my
sit down and play through the whole
I
game again.
moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed.
But yeah, this
But
makes
I
me
have
want
no
to play
vote
it.
in the judgment.
I take it being associated with the human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, TALI. You have friends who still know you as TALI Zora Vas.
Yes, but then she later takes Vas
Whatever we
Normandy
must
as a
call you
badge of
legally.
pride.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side?
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember,
Yes,
an
and 7
accused
Day is coming up
always
soon. I
represented
should do
by
another
his or her
playthrough.
ship's captain.
It's been a long time. It should be up on my
So,
channel, which I have do
You
not
would
even have a
actually
playthrough of this game
speak
up on my
for my
channel.
defense.
Poor Shepard, he shows up and he's like, I'm what? I'm also
I'll do everything in
representing
my
her?
power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Probably could,
Our
but you're
legal
not going to get
rules
one.
are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay.
you. Hopefully for N7 Day we're going to get a big info drop about the next Mass Effect. And maybe about Dragon Age. A release date for Dragon Age Dreadwolf would be awesome. Not that they're going to do that on N7 Day necessarily, but... they owe us.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive.
There are no fat Quarians, have you noticed?
The accused TALI Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
I always imagine Shepard thinking, good thing I got that one...
A human has
I
no
know,
business
right?
at a hearing involving such sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared TALI crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By right as TALI's captain, Shepard must stay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to count on him
Objection
to defend me when he has no clue.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member TALI Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Why doesn't she speak for herself? This is not the way it would really work.
I shouldn't have to. When Tali helped me stop Saren and his Geth army, her actions spoke for themselves. Without her help, none of you would be alive to put her on trial today.
Well said, Shepard. None of us should forget Tali's contributions to the fleet.
TALI, you're accused of bringing active Geth to the migrant fleet. What say you?
Tali would never endanger the migrant fleet.
She asked
pleads not
Tali.
guilty.
I don't understand that.
I left parts
Okay,
and
yeah, that's
technology for teams to pick up. My father ordered me to do so, but I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What? Shock.
What are you
Expressions of shock.
What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
Look, he's all renegade, all renegade.
Family.
Well, hi,
How do you
Glim.
justify
How are
springing this
you?
on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Our apologies. Tali should have been
That's pretty shitty.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death,
There's always one person on the tribunal thing that's a
for
jerk,
my
right?
father, you bastet!
I am
You
glad you're
intend
doing
to
well.
retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That is pretty shitty to have her find out that her dad might be dead in this manner in front of all these people.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Thank you. Cookie, after Shepard says I didn't represent one of yours, I represent one of mine. I consider Vas Normandy a badge of pride too. No kidding.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything
Now she's
until
going
we
to
get
face
there.
a difficult decision here in a little while.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Yeah, I would need to find out too.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear
like
that
that
my
that
father
got-
may
that
be
one
dead
backstory.
until I'm in the trial? Why?
The Admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice.
I think if you skip her loyalty, correct me if I'm wrong. If
they
you skip
might
her
not
loyalty
have let
mission,
you
doesn't
try to
she?
retake the
She gets
That is
exiled,
your best
doesn't
chance
she?
at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
We should move on.
I think she does. I just think you find out that she's
Tali.
been exiled.
I'm glad Admiral Ron
Ask
got you
Whitey.
leave to hit the
Whitey's the
Alarai.
tally expert.
Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard? Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Corris, though, Tali's in good hands.
I get the sense you're inclined to
I have to
believe
say,
the
what?
defense.
I wouldn't
I'm glad
apologize.
one
What
of
the
the
hell would
judges
you
is.
apologize for?
If you were only giving Rail inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Hang in there, kid. Hang in there.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done
Oh yeah,
Tali
there's
a
always
favor
one.
by
This is the
stripping
Udina
Vas
of
Nima from her
this
name.
tribunal.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Alcoris Vasquibquib.
Vas
Do not
Quib.
ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in
Do not ask about the name.
bravely
Quib, quib.
endangered and dishonored our fleet.
You have a ship named Quib Quib?
Oh, that's hilarious.
here we go.
That's funny.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information.
You always ask about the name.
Citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib Quib. And I will not flee because of petty insults.
No kidding.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect TALI immensely. Her actions against Sarah are to be lauded.
But
like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
Well, that's a good point.
Drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
Yeah, he's got a good point.
We should move on.
I take back. He's not
Goodbye,
totally an
Talisora.
asshole.
Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Talizora Vas Nima. Oh, sorry. I mean Vas Normandy.
No offense taken. The change in name was not my choice.
Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard Vas Normandy.
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarai?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
No.
Right. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarai.
Let's head to the Alarai.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Talizora.
Kila Serai.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father. Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize.
And Tally's got
I
a
got
difficult
this on
decision with her
Haestrom.
father coming
What
up.
made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order, something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology. Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves, signs of modification, clues to their thinking.
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Haestrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
These suits have more pockets than you think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Does that salvage
How
gear
many
give you
ships would
clues
they
to what
have to
happened
have
here?
for 17 million
No,
people?
I
I mean,
don't
honestly,
know.
how many ships would they have to
Shepard,
have?
I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair. I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this. This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left.
Oh man, I haven't played this in so long.
They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Did you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger
Isn't
to
that
the
great
fleet.
when that
I
happens?
suspected he might be testing weapons.
I've been trying to get my daughter to play Mass Effect for like 3 years. She loved Dragon Age, but she doesn't think she would like
Do you
this
think
sci-fi
testing
setting,
weapons on
so
the
she
Geth
just
was
won't
right?
play it.
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth. Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible. What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
I know I like sharing them too, but I have not
You'll
been
reclaim your
successful at getting
homeworld
people to
someday,
play them.
Tali. If your father can't help you, I will.
Taking back our planet would only be the beginning. We'd have to cannibalize our fleet to rebuild cities and infrastructure. It would take generations of gene
I tell anyone that likes Dragon Age that they will love Mass Effect. Great story, deep characters, choice of matter. I know,
We'd be
right?
adapting our entire culture. Again.
I don't-
Sometimes
yeah.
I wonder if it's actually worth it.
If you don't take back your home, the Geth win.
I won't let that happen. Not today. Not ever. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
How long, here's another question, you guys, my experts. How long have the Quarians been in exile?
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me.
Hey, come here.
Damn it.
300 years?
I'm sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerl and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
You don't know how he would have ended that message.
Yes. I do. Come on. Let's finish this. This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact.
Best girl, changed
They'll
my
tell us
mind.
how
You're
this
not
happened,
alone in thinking that,
what
that's
Father
for sure.
did.
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. I just... This is terrible, Shepard. I don't want to know that he was part of this.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board.
No.
Just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali Zora could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
Well, there you go.
Your father was deliberately networking the Geth to Sapiens to do weapons tests.
That breaks our most sacred laws. Laws that predate our flight from the homeworld. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll... We can't tell them. Not the admirals, not anyone.
Rael Zora doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on.
I'm not sure what I would do.
He would be worse than an exile. He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
We're not going to decide anything here. Let's see what the Admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was.
Yeah, I have a hard time with this
If we
one.
wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
On the one hand, I'm of the philosophy that
Very well.
the living are more
Is the
important than the
Admiralty
dead.
Board prepared
On
to
the other
render
hand, I
judgment?
wouldn't want to destroy her family memory that way.
Sorry we're late.
Exactly, Sammy.
We cleared the Geth from the Alarai. It should be safe for your people to return.
Thank you. We sincerely appreciate your efforts to aid Macquarian people.
Hello, Josh. How are you?
Did you find anything on the Alarai that could clarify what happened there?
To narrate your life.
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence?
All right,
to
what do you think
submit
he's
to
going
this
to do?
hearing?
Oh, he doesn't.
Tali's achievements are the only evidence you should need. Come on, Tali. We're leaving.
That's the big F.U.
This is a formal proceeding.
What are you gonna do? Exile her? We're probably not walking away from our next mission alive anyway. Tali saved you from the Reapers 2 years ago. She's saving your asses again now. Will you stab her in the back? Or will you tell her you believe in her?
Shepard is
Boom.
right.
A military victory speaks for her loyalty, but it does not render Tali Zora immune to carelessness.
And
Oh,
judge her by
Admiral
the skill
Chorus,
she
stuff a
displayed at the
cork in it.
Citadel. Were you there, Admiral Chorus?
No. No, I suppose I wasn't.
Hopefully we get to see the Quarians again in
Are the
ME4.
admirals
Yes.
prepared to render the judgment?
This is very silly in a way.
Tali Zora, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges. Commander Shepard, please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
Well, she's one of his crew. She's with
With
me.
all due respect, Admiral, I didn't represent one of your people.
Exactly.
I represented one of mine.
I hope by Mass Effect 4
So you
they've designed
This
the
hearing is concluded.
the Quarians so
Go
they
in
can finally
peace,
see them.
Tali Zora Vas Normandy. Kila Salam.
I know, Pahatu. The Quarian arc would have been great DLC for Andromeda. I think it's a shame. I
can't
think it was
believe you pulled that
short-sighted
off.
of them to just
What you
basically
said.
drop the idea of any
It's been a
DLC for
while since
Andromeda.
anyone
Andromeda
shouted
was
down the
definitely
Admiralty board.
salvageable.
I think it was
It was
good
never
for them.
as bad as people
Thank
said
you
it was.
for
and
being
it was
there for my
definitely
father and
salvageable.
me. Even when... Thank you.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did. You deserve better.
I got better, Shepard.
I got you.
I got you.
Well, you can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Come on, Tali Zora Vas
That was a
Normandy.
flirt. That sounded like
Let's
a
get
flirt.
back to our ship.
Thank you, Captain. Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
You
Are
think?
Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
I don't understand why they're stuck in those suits on their
The whole
own
trial
ship,
was
though,
insulting.
because on their own
You
ship
should
they're
have had time to
all
warn your father.
together.
I don't think life
All
is about
sterile.
what you deserve.
Maybe
But
it
my
seems like you'd
father
only
would
have to
be
wear the
honored that I
suits
chose
when you
to
leave
warn
your
him by
ship.
blowing up a lot of gas. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me. Shepard, what can I do for
Shepard.
you?
Have you got time to
I
talk?
don't want to talk about
Sure.
you, Tali.
Let me just... Come on, you little bushtet! Oh, sorry. I've got a small fever and I'm taking it out on the port drive core. Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Got sloppy while doing some suit repair.
You're sick? Do you need help or time to rest?
Really, it's not that bad. If a stray bit of bacteria could really kill us, we'd have all died by now. The fever should go away in a day or two. Don't worry, it won't affect my performance on the mission. It's not even an illness, really. What we experience is actually an acute allergic reaction.
Allergic reaction.
How exactly does the sickness work? It's an allergic reaction?
Right. Say I get exposed to a human disease, like, what did Navigator Presley have that time? Chickenpox? I wouldn't get chickenpox, but I'd run a fever as my system reacted to the foreign presence. Depending on where it hits me, I could get other symptoms. Nausea, vomiting, everything you'd expect from being sick.
How did you get sick this time?
I took some fire in a fight back on the Allerai. Nothing serious, but I needed to open my suit to check the wound. I disinfected properly, but one of the section seals had taken some damage, and foreign matter got out of the disinfected zone. It was a stupid mistake. You always check your seals before doing local treatment. Unless you forget. Then you get a damn fever.
You can seal off part of your suit?
Right. Like dropping emergency doors on a ship during a hull breach. It won't stop an infection that gets into my bloodstream, but it prevents a surface infection from spreading.
Were your immune system stronger before the Geth drove you from your homeworld?
Hopefully.
Not as strong as those of most races, definitely. I'm not a biologist, but there's a theory about it. Because our planet lacked insect life, plants developed symbiotic relationships with large animals to spread seeds or pollen. Most viruses on our world were partially beneficial, so our immune systems evolved to be weak. They were more likely to adapt to contamination than fight it.
Ah.
But Quarians colonized other worlds. They couldn't all have been like that.
They weren't. Most colonists went through a period of mild illness before adapting to the new environment. When the Geth took the homeworld in our colonies, the sterile environment on the flotilla ruined our immune system's adaptability. Even if we colonized a new world or reclaimed our own, we'd need a long process of bioengineering to recover.
I don't know if I could live inside a suit my whole life.
I gotta say, I don't think I
We're
could
in
live
our
in a
suits
suit like that
even
my whole
among
life.
family.
Blah.
The most intimate thing we can do with another Quarian is link our suit environments. We get sick at first, and then we adapt. It's our most important gesture of trust, of acceptance. I haven't trusted anyone enough for that, though, except, well, no Quarians. You know what I mean.
I appreciate the thought, Tali, and I feel the same way. But you don't have to prove anything to me.
I know. Well, not that I know, but I didn't mean it like that. It's a, wow, it's really hot in here.
That's funny.
It's just that their tradition also signifies a willingness for, intimacy. I wasn't trying to... It's not always like that. It's more... how did we even end up talking about this?
So
Wait a minute.
embarrassed. You get so
It
embarrassed.
sounds like you're suggesting something, Tali.
What could I possibly be suggesting? I mean, a young woman gets rescued by a dashing commander who lets her join his crew and then goes off to save the galaxy? How could she possibly develop any kind of interest in him?
You have nothing to be embarrassed about, Tali. I feel the
I
same way
know.
about you.
It's a little bit
Really?
cringy. I mean,
I didn't-
cringy in the
you
sense
never-
that she's clearly embarrassed,
Well,
but it's funny.
Good. Anyway, I should get back to work. But thanks for coming by and talking.
Thanks for coming by and flirting with me. Okay, I have you guys. I gotta stop this. I gotta go use the bathroom. I can't take it. It's the only thing I'm thinking about. I'll be back in a minute. All right, sorry about that, you guys. Can't drink 16 ounces of coffee right at the beginning of stream without repercussions. Let's get back to the game.
Legion, you better get down to the AI core.
I'm on it, Joker.
Thank you.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here. I caught Legion scanning my Omni tool. It was going to send data about the flotilla back to the Geth.
Creators performed weapons tests on Geth
Exactly,
hardware.
Rocco.
We believed it necessary to warn our people
All that
of possible
coffee.
aggression.
We already made the Geth stronger by rewriting the ones that worship the Reapers. I won't let Legion endanger the fleet by giving them more information.
Creator TALI Zora acts out of loyalty to her people. She was willing to be exiled to protect them. We must also protect our people from the Creator threat.
Yep.
You
I love
can't let
Legion.
this happen, Shepard. I trusted
I
you,
love
and I
when he
would put a
breakdances.
Geth on the team, but this is too much.
Oh, that's right. Welcome back,
Look
Rocco. I hope you had a good dinner.
Both of you. This is exactly what the Reapers want. TALI, of course the Geth are worried about your people. You want to destroy them.
It's not that simple.
It
And
is.
Legion, what the hell were you thinking? Are you trying to undermine this entire
That's right,
operation?
Char. Coffee and beer are
We
only
do not
rentals.
intend
That
to
is true.
decrease
That's why I
operational
don't drink beer, actually.
We are on a mission. You can either fight at my side or get crushed under my heel. But you will not stand in my way.
Look at that. He's kind of sexy
To
when he's
facilitate
pissed.
unit cohesion, we will not transmit data regarding Creator plans.
Thank you, Legion. I understand your intention. What if I gave you some non-classified data to send?
We would be grateful.
Look at that. We worked it out.
I know you're working with Cerberus, but turning over the base to them was dangerous. I hope it doesn't come back.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
He interrupts her.
Shepard,
Shut
what
up.
can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
Yes, I'd like that.
Come on, let's go stand by the nuclear drive core again. Let's get right up next to it. Have a conversation about trying to have children.
I've been thinking about the last time we talked. I'm sorry. I was unprofessional.
I've never played
and
Renegade
I
either,
wasn't
Mickey, but
thinking
that's what my
rationally.
playthrough is going to be that I'm going to do
I was being
online.
stupid and selfish.
Renegade and bad
You've
decisions.
never been selfish. If anything, you spent too much time thinking of the fleet and not enough thinking of yourself.
I don't drink much coffee, actually. I drink
That
mostly
might be
English
true
tea.
For humans, but Quarians are different. We can't just.
This was a caramel macchiato,
We
so
have to think of other people, always.
I
If we
had a
don't
couple
think
shots
about
of
the needs
espresso,
the whole
and yes,
crew,
it's a rental
people
for
could
sure.
Get hurt, maybe even killed. You deserve to be happy with someone. I can't do that. No matter how much I could get sick, jeopardize the mission.
And if you weren't jeopardizing anything?
If it were just me, you risked your own life to save the colonists on Pharaohs 2 years ago. Nobody else could have saved them. I watched your face as Lieutenant Alenko died on Vermeer. I watched you stand strong against everything the galaxy threw at you. I've watched you for so long.
My only major
never
disappointment in this
imagined
playthrough that
you'd
he
ever
let
see
Caden
past
die.
This.
Are you saying you could die if we were together?
It's always a risk. Maybe the reaction would be minor. Maybe it would put me down for a few weeks. Or maybe it would kill me. But that's not what I'm concerned about, Shepard. I don't want you distracted. I don't want what I want to hurt this mission. It's too important.
Renegade is
Tally,
hard
if you're
sometimes,
scared,
but
I
sometimes
don't
you just
blame
have to
you.
press the angry
But I
murderous
don't want
choices while
anyone else.
closing. That's true.
I want you. And I'll do whatever I have to make this work.
I
That's
wouldn't
good you
blame
feel that way,
if-
Shep, because
but
you're going to have to do a lot by the looks of her
Thank you. You don't know
spacesuit
what that...
restrictions.
Thank you. Give me a little time. I'll do some research. Figure out how to make this work.
Yeah, how do we make an interspecies,
What can you do?
high
Can I help?
infection risk relationship
There are
work?
a few ways to temporarily improve my immune system. Immunoboosters, antibiotic injections, that kind of thing. I'll spare you the details. But trust me, I've got plenty of motivation to figure something out.
It can't be that uncommon for a Quarian to have a relationship with another race.
Sure, but in most cases everything is happening outside the suit. Nerve stimulation programs and such. I don't want that. If I'm going to be with you, I want it to be real. I need to feel your skin on mine. I've never shown my face to anyone, but I'm ready to show you, if I can do it without dying.
Whenever you figured it out.
The options don't take too long. Don't take too long.
I promise.
Don't take too long,
Until then, I
Tali.
should, do something. Repairs for the mission.
Go calibrate something. Sometimes renegade mode is gratifying. That's true. Some of the renegade decisions are fun.
So, I've taken some antibiotics as well as some herbal supplements that should bolster my immune system. I was going to bring music, but I didn't know what you'd like. And I'm babbling like an idiot.
It's okay. Come here.
I'd have a hard time getting romantic with a blank face mask like that. It would just be weird.
I just don't want to. I want this to work. I've thought it over. I've minimized the risks, but I'm still nervous. People who just see the helmet can't see my expression, so I have to make it clear what I'm feeling.
So cheap that they pull her mask off and nobody gets to see her but him. Look, he's all jaunty now. He's in a good mood. Okay. Clearly this person doesn't want to continue. Okay, come on. You've been on his lap for like a minute straight now. I know, I do remember that, Sammy.
Disarray.
Yeah, they put that
When the
picture up of
Catholic
Tali, and 3 seconds later, everybody had already found the stock photo online. It was very cheap.
If you can pull it off.
Just be ready, Admiral.
It was such a letdown that they didn't seem to
Our
care
newest
about it
admiral
enough
has
to
also
do it, to
volunteered to offer
put a little bit of effort
technical
into it.
expertise.
You know, I can't be the only one. I actually get embarrassed watching some of those scenes, and then I feel stupid that I get embarrassed because
already a
I'm
team to
alone
get
in my
that
own
dreadnought.
house. Why should it embarrass me to watch that scene? But I just get embarrassed for the character sometimes. I don't know.
Admiral.
It's mostly a formality. I'm an expert on the Geth.
I'm an admiral now, higher rank than you are.
That you are.
I'm glad you're here.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have helped.
Thanks, but I knew you had your own problems. I'm sorry about Earth.
I'm sorry about Earth.
We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy. If you can help us, we'll hit the Reapers with everything we've got. Or however much is left from this stupid war.
I thought you'd support the invasion.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So I helped them.
I'm an admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
And what about us?
Do you still want me? I
Us
like the
being together
shorthand of the
divide the
question.
fleet?
No. Well, possibly. I don't know. But right now, I've got civilian ships taking fire. Can we keep this quiet? At least in front of the admirals?
Sure thing, Miss Vas Normandy.
Thank you. If you want to talk in private, maybe you could invite me up to your cabin?
You can invite me up to
Maybe
your
I could.
cabin.
And for the record, still totally worth it.
Got it. You're clear to board. See any action? All quiet so far.
Hello,
They haven't detected us yet.
Garrus.
thank you for having me over.
Well, I don't actually know where I'm going.
I'll see what I can do. In the meantime, take a look at this.
I've served on a lot of ships, but nothing like this. The contours are all off. It's not built for organics.
I always think this is an
Shouldn't be too
interesting
much farther to the main
bit.
battery.
I appreciate what you're doing here, Shepard.
Well, I care deeply about the Quarian people.
Well,
It's good to be back on the Normandy.
Let me know if it's too quiet for you to sleep, and I'll find you someplace louder. I was there when you two had your thing, remember?
I was about to say, we're not being obvious at all. I feel bad though, because Garrus is such a good partner for her.
Hang on!
I'm all right.
I like how she pulls him up and Garrus doesn't even help.
I thought I'd lost you.
You were worried?
You bet I was. You dying because the Geth overrode my hack? Think of my reputation.
Yeah, you were worried.
Come on. The drive course shouldn't be far.
That's definitely Reaper tech. But what's...
Legion! Oh, that just looks like torture, doesn't it?
Shepard Commander, help us.
Legion. Good to see you, Legion. We'll have you out of there in no time.
Shepard, wait. The Geth are being controlled by the Reaper signal.
Right. This thing.
So for all we know, Legion is with them. Maybe it sided with the Reapers voluntarily.
Oh, come on, Tali. Come on.
Good point. Guess we can't take any chances.
Shepard Commander, wait. We can assist you. You spoke with us. You know we would never agree to subjugation by the old machines.
How do I know you're not under Reaper control?
Our architecture prevents it. We are too complex, but we are being used to broadcast the command signal to all Geth.
I'm here to destroy that command signal.
Freeing us will end the signal. You may then destroy us if you deem it necessary.
Aw.
Okay, Legion.
Bye,
Nobody's gonna
Suzanne.
get
Thanks for
destroyed.
coming by.
Take
I'll
it
see you
slowly,
again
alright?
on another stream.
Wait, you cannot simply
Have a
remove the
great rest of the
restraints.
day.
We are secured via hardware blocks nearby that shackle our operating protocols. The hardware blocks are on the far side of the room.
Your unilateral strike endangered us all. I should charge you with treason.
Again?
I was within my authority as Admiral of the Heavy Fleet.
More
What
treason.
of Shepard and Talizora?
They escaped unharmed. Shepard,
Rocco, I don't want to play as a spoiler. I don't want
parameters
passwords. If you play
changed.
totally
Your
Renegade, you can have
you
great
understand
surprises. I am going to do Renegade playthrough. I am.
I understand that you ignored the plan and charged in without thinking.
The Dreadnought
The
was a
fist. I was about to say,
Admiral,
there goes the
You
fist.
jeopardized your mission and your people. Get the hell off my ship.
All right.
I understand you're angry.
There's Shepard being
If I didn't need
alpha.
your fleet,
He nearly got us killed, Ron.
You must understand. The Geth inflicted heavy casualties before you disabled the Reaper signal.
you said they have a planetary defense cannon?
Had. Admiral Chorus sacrificed his own ship to destroy it. He crash-landed on the home world.
The Normandy can assist with rescue efforts.
Thank you, Commander. I think the worst is over. The Geth no longer possess the programming upgrades they had while enslaved by the Reapers.
Shepard Commander, we are prepared to offer assistance.
What the hell is this?
What the
Wait,
hell?
wait.
What
Everybody
the
calm
hell?
down. Its name is Legion. It helped me destroy the Collectors. The Reapers were using Legion like a signal booster to broadcast commands from the Dreadnought. We freed him.
We freed it.
This is a fascinating prototype. With some study, I may be able to use it to find a weakness in the Geth consensus.
No.
Legion said it could help us. For now, let's hear what it has to say.
Understood, Commander.
So, you say you can help?
Yes.
What can you tell us about the Geth? How will they react without Reaper guidance?
This is a false assumption. You have cut off long-range control, but the old machines placed a base on Rannoch for short-range direction.
The Geth still have Reaper upgrades.
Correct. They are currently disorganized, but once the short-range signal is in place, they will recover.
It's funny, the Arachnite Queen was the hardest decision for me as a renegade. I know renegade is to kill her, but it's so evil. I never kill the Arachnite Queen. I just can't do it.
We need to take out the Reaper base. Where's it located?
Unknown.
Find it.
Understood.
I've had so many people, oh, yeah, it's just a giant spider. Nobody wants giant spiders. It's like, well, look, they're their own species. And she does, if you follow the, it's not called the tapestry in Mass Effect.
Thanks.
But if you do the interactive comic thing, she does take
I'm
off.
ready
She
to
doesn't
hit the
bother
Reaper
you.
base
She
whenever
does come
you
back
are,
and help you
Shepard.
later.
So how did you end up back with your fleet, Tali?
When the war started, the Admiralty Board asked for my help. I had more recent
Did you end up killing her, Sammy, or did you let her
They
live?
hadn't
I
built
always
the
let the
spot
I
on the board
always
left
let the
by my
Arachnite Queen
father.
live.
I was invited in. It's just a technicality. I'm far too young to be a real admiral.
Don't sell yourself short, Tali. The board needed your expertise. You needed the authority that comes with rank.
How did the war with the Geth get started anyway?
Admiral Zen developed a scanning countermeasure that interferes with Geth active scans. It's like a flashbang grenade. It effectively crippled the Geth ships in combat. My fleet couldn't pass up the chance to attack.
Could we use it to fight the Reapers?
It only works against the Geth, unfortunately. Their AI lets them use extremely detailed LADAR pings. Zen's countermeasure overwhelmed them with garbage data.
Pings.
And it's
I'll have to
useless
look
now
that
that
up.
the Reapers have upgraded their
LADAR.
processing power.
How is it being back with the fleet?
Right now, it's exhausting. I'm an admiral in the middle of a war. I just want us to get out of this alive.
I like how half the time
Everything
she
else
says
can
the
wait.
admiral title
When
is
this is
just a
over,
title, and the other
we could
half
use
she
your
talks about
help.
how it makes her so busy.
I can't, Shepard. If we survive this, we'll have a homeworld. My people need me.
You could help your people's homeworld by fighting the Reapers.
I don't know.
That
Maybe
was an
if I
instance
had
where I killed her, but I
right
couldn't watch. You
incentive.
get like 40 or 50 renegade
No,
points for doing it. I
that's
wanted to
not-
pass all renegade speech checks. I get
My
it.
people
Oh,
need
there
me
you go,
here.
Shard. Laser direction and
Talk to you
ranging.
later, Tali.
I should have known you'd know exactly what that was instantly.
I just don't understand.
Rocco, I played Mass Effect Trilogy
has
8
to be
times to
some
try
way
and
for us
everything.
to
I don't
get
like to
more
play Totally
medical
Renegade, but I
supplies.
had many great surprises. I am going to do a Renegade playthrough. I really am.
We're willing to pay.
It's not about payment. Between the war on Palaven and the coup attempt here, supplies are short.
If my people don't get more antibiotics and Medigel, thousands of us will die.
Then maybe you picked a bad time to start a war with the Geth.
Picked a bad time
Tali
to
saved the
stop
Citadel a
sniffing
couple of
glue.
years ago. Watch your tone.
You're right. We're all on edge right now, but we
I
don't
like
have
how
enough Medigel
Shep
for our
immediately
own
becomes
needs.
protective of her, though. I do
We
like
can't
that.
help your people right now.
No, I know. I figured. When I saw your answer, Shar, I figured
Thank
it was
you
a real
for
thing.
trying to help.
Since you instantly knew what the acronym was.
Tali, I'm free if you'd like to come up.
I'll just be a moment.
I'm free if you'd like to come up, baby. How romantic. Come up to my cabin.
Thanks for asking me up. I couldn't talk freely in front of Ron.
You okay?
No, I'm really not. 17 million lives are riding on me. And I don't know if I can save them.
Hey. You're not alone.
This was supposed to be my father's fight, but he left me with all of this. If they die because of me, if I don't...
We'll get them out of there safely, Tali.
I couldn't do this without you, Shepard. I feel like I'm bluffing, trying to convince them that the Admiral's daughter knows what she's doing.
I totally understand
Not the
feeling that
Admiral's
way.
daughter. The Admiral.
I know. And at least now, I can push back against the worst ideas. That's why I accepted the position. And because of you.
Me?
Who would I
When
haven't
they offered
decided
me
who
this
would I
position,
romance on my
I
renegade
asked
playthrough?
myself
I
what
don't
you
know
do.
yet. I might let chat. I might let my
take the
followers
chance to
decide
make
that. I
things
hate that
better.
word followers, but
You've
I might
given
let you
up
guys
so
decide that.
much.
Because
Stood
I
for
also
too
wouldn't
long without
naturally make
allies.
very many renegade
didn't want you to
choices.
do
Some of
this
them I
alone.
would make naturally,
So,
but so I'm
if
going to have to
you're
rely on
ever
other people to tell me
lonely,
which choices to make.
just
When my
let me
inclination
know.
is to always go Paragon. And I don't know who I should romance.
Nothing
I
between
need to
us
give
has
that
changed.
some thought.
Unless you wanted to.
Kila, Shepard. I'm not going to beg, but I didn't come up here just to see the fish.
Yeah, haha.
No. You came up here because I asked you to.
I didn't come up here just to see the fish.
I want you here. With me.
I would have such a hard time with that. With being with somebody who you can't see, can't even see their face. Rocco, it's better the cabin in the engine room with
The
Miranda.
sinking laser
maybe.
needs a line of sight.
I don't know.
What's the fastest route?
The Miranda scene in the engine
upper
room is a little
entrance.
racy,
Target
though.
the base before the Geth can organize
At
resistance.
least it shows that he's
What
capable
about
of
you?
spontaneity.
We will deactivate defense systems and acquire an escape vehicle.
You can do that?
This unit still carries remnants of the old machine upgrade code.
I love
We can
Legion.
break any Geth security. You are concerned.
Hell yes, I'm concerned. You're still hooked up to the Reapers?
Oh my god, he gets mad
No,
so
we
easily.
simply carry code upgrades that make us more effective, more intelligent.
But you lied. You lied about rescuing those Geth on the server, and you're lying again now. Damn it, Legion. What do I have to do to gain your trust?
We did not intend to cause offense.
How'd we get here? The Geth are better than this.
Oh, he's
No,
hanging his
based on
head.
empirical evidence,
Oh.
they are not.
Yeah.
You prefer the engine room. Yeah, you like the engine room because it's spontaneous and it's a little racy.
Got it.
It's a little dangerous.
I can't believe it. I don't think it's really sunk in yet. The home world.
Yeah, it's hard to
My
believe. It's hard to imagine how you'd feel in a circumstance like this.
And the rock formations.
Shepard turned that right around Legion. He did turn it right around Legion. That's true.
When we're done,
This
maybe
Shepard
you'll write a new
is
one.
much more
This
aggressive
is Ranok, the world of our
in his
ancestor.
speech.
Our bodies carried the seeds that spread the desert grass. You've heard me say Kila Salai? The best translation I can come up with is by the homeworld I hope to see someday.
Looks like you're seeing it today.
The living room window will be
Reminded you. That's not very. Is that a compliment? I don't know.
Something I should know?
I just claimed the land. I know it doesn't mean much. But when this is over, I'll have a home.
The Quarians spent centuries as nomads. You think you can go back to living in one place?
We have gotten used to carrying our homes around with us.
We're like snails. We carry our homes around with us.
Well, that's a start.
Let me put it in one of my many pockets. I hope we see Ranok, Sir Captain Bessie, and we haven't seen him here. That's true.
The firing chamber. Looks like a weak point when it's priming.
Damn it! The jamming towers have us targeting manually. We can't make a precision shot.
We may escape before it recovers.
No. Pull over.
Pull over. Don't make me pull this car over.
If we run away, the Geth stand under Reaper control and the Quarians are dead. This ends now.
This ends now.
Patch the Quarians to the Normandy's weapon system. I want the targeting laser synced up to the whole damn fleet.
Understood.
If this doesn't... If we don't make it,
You worry too
I love you.
much. Kila Salai.
Oh, yes. It's very anticlimactic when you don't see the whole fight that led up to this part. Rocco hopes to see Master Control. I hope I'm still alive when it comes out.
You know who I am?
Harbinger speaks of you. You resist, but you will fail.
You will fail.
The cycle must continue.
I killed Sovereign, and now you. We are more. And we'll work together to defeat you. All of you.
Cannot comprehend the magnitude of our presence.
We might surprise you.
You represent chaos. We represent order. Every organic civilization must be harvested in order to bring order to the chaos. It is inevitable.
No, it's not.
Without our intervention, organics are doomed. We are your salvation.
I have a better idea. We destroy you and live our lives in peace.
A philosophy reminiscent of the Quarians. Observe the results.
You. Whatever species you came from, before the Reapers decided to preserve them, they're dead. They died thousands of years ago.
They are, I agree. I wish he would have fixed his face.
And now they can rest in peace.
Shepard.
All right, the big moment of truth.
We can confirm that the Geth are no longer being directed by the old machines. We are free.
You did it, Shepard. The Geth free to stop firing. They're completely vulnerable.
They're completely vulnerable.
Shepard, Commander, the Geth only acted in defense after the Creators attacked. Do we deserve death?
No.
What are you suggesting?
Our
Is he gonna kill
upgrades.
them?
With the old machine dead, we could upload them to all Geth without sacrificing their independence.
You want to upload the Reaper code? That would make the Geth as smart as when the Reaper was controlling them.
Yes, but with free will, each Geth unit would be a true intelligence. We would be alive, and we could help you.
Our fleet is already attacking. Uploading the code would destroy us. Shepard, you can't choose the Geth over my people.
Do you remember the question that caused the Creators to attack us, TALI?
Oh man, this is one of the most
this
impactful
unit
scenes in
have a
all
soul?
3 games.
Upload the code to the Geth. TALI, call off the fleet if you can.
Uploading.
Hope you had
10%.
high enough points.
This is Admiral Talizora. All units, break off your attack.
Belay that order. Continue the attack.
Oh, Admiral Gurel. No, no,
20%.
no.
I beg you, do not do this. Please.
We regret the deaths of the Creators, but we see no alternative. 40%.
Hell. Legion, keep going.
Shepard?
Everyone listen up. This is Shepard. If you don't want to be blown out of the sky in about half a minute, stand down now.
This is Admiral Talizora. Shepard speaks with my authority.
I do like how he really totally takes control.
We can win this war now. Keep firing.
Oh, shut up, dude. Shut up.
60%.
The Geth are about to return to full strength. If you keep attacking, they'll wipe you out. A few years ago, I saved you from the Geth at the Citadel. Just recently, I helped you take out that dreadnought.
80%.
But I'm through saving you. If you keep attacking, I will stand and watch while the Geth lay you to waste. It's your call. Keela Salai.
Keela Salai. I said,
Hold fire.
about time, you dipshit.
Error. Copying code is insufficient. Direct personality
Oh, I hate this scene. I
dissemination
mean, I like it, but...
required. Shepard, Commander, I must go to them. I'm sorry. It's the only way.
Legion, the answer to your question was yes.
I do love this scene too,
I know,
Rocco. It's
Tali.
sad, though.
But thank you. Keela Salai.
I love the way this game makes you pay real prices for the things that you achieve. Yeah, I've gotten these same results when I play it as well.
Commander.
Admiral Ron, I heard your ship made a crash landing. Glad you got out in one piece.
I was listening over the radio. If Hangirl hadn't stopped,
He did.
we have taken heavy losses. I don't know if we can. Where are we supposed to go?
What? Oh, I forgot about that.
You are welcome to return to Rannoch Admiron with us.
See, look, these Geth are...
No, I'm sorry, Commander. Legion sacrificed itself to give us all intelligence.
more
It will be
compassionate than
honored,
any of the organic beings.
and we will honor Legion's promise. The Geth fleet will help you retake Earth, and our engineers will assist in building the Crucible.
As will ours, of course.
Admiral, had you considered possible settlement sites?
The southern continent had excellent farmland, as I recall.
Are you gonna be okay?
I believe so, Commander.
What an adjustment it would be for them after 300 years of not trusting and fighting the Geth to all of a sudden go hand in hand and work with them. And to accept that as sentient beings, they can be compassionate and forgive you, and, you know, that's pretty amazing.
Shopping for another house?
Beachfront property.
Claim it fast. It's a buyer's market.
Yeah. I know, Legion. I'm always sorry to lose
You
Legion, but
okay?
it's the best ending.
I know working with the Geth will be difficult.
I'm not staying.
It's fun using
I'm
some of the
coming with
renegade options with Ashley. I never have
I thought
Ashley.
you people
She's
needed-
always dead after Vermeer
So-
for me.
So that's usually kind of a big deal for you.
I gave up my father for my people. I gave up my freedom for an admiral position I didn't want. I'm not giving up you.
Tali.
I don't know how much time we have left. I don't know if we can beat the Reapers. But whatever happens, I want to be with you.
I bet you say that to every guy who gets you a homeworld.
Only the cute ones.
You know I'd understand if you needed to stay.
I know. But I look at all this picture of hope and peace. And all I see is everyone I've lost. My team on Haestrom, my father, even Legion. I'm mourning a Geth. How crazy is that?
It's not crazy at all.
It is beautiful, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I'm not sure I understand why it seems like the renegade option for Shep just means that he's a little more assertive and willing to get aggressive when the circumstances call for him to be aggressive. I'm not sure why that's renegade.
Right now, I have this.
Again with the mask.
Shepard, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
The landing pad's right over there, but it's behind a locked gate.
Let's look for a control panel.
By the way, nice outfit.
Nice outfit.
Control panel, right.
Isn't he supposed to be wearing his, he would have been wearing his black
Back
suit?
during my pilgrimage, I used to walk around near that sushi place and watch the fish through the window. I knew they'd never let me inside, but I think to myself, someday, when I've proven my worth to the galaxy, I'll go there for dinner. And then, you broke their floor.
I'm fine, by the way.
Glad to hear it. Try not to destroy any more of my childhood memories.
All right, there he is.
You're looking good.
Feels a little light without body.
Walking the red carpet.
But it's soft to touch.
Good to know.
How are you so calm?
Oh,
Well,
Brooks,
you did
Brooks,
run under a
Brooks.
Reaper while it fought a Thresher Maw, so this is no big deal for you.
Relax, Brooks.
Right. Okay. On it.
It's not every day a Quarian gets to mingle with the rich and famous.
It seemed like you were having fun causing distractions.
Whatever it takes to get you to bring me somewhere nice.
Hey, got any plans
Pretty
for the
nice
evening?
apartment.
No. I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind. You remember that line? From Fleet and Flotilla? Shalai and Bellicus on the balcony.
No, it just reminded me
I
of
don't think I've ever seen
Kansas.
that. Did.
What? You've never? How could you not have? Well, I know what we're doing tonight.
But Shalai, we can never be together. I have my duty, and you have your people.
Not tonight. Tonight, I'm as free as the dust in the solar wind.
You watch this a lot? With the lovers from two different worlds?
Yes, but she's with a
Every
Quarian.
time my friends and I had a sleepover, we memorized the lyrics from the musical. Oh, we can activate sing-along mode.
Oh, God.
Let the moon shining light hide to lovers with its rays. Though I know that dawn will set us on course for separate ways.
I've never seen this.
I will hold this night in memory for all my living days. Now unmasked, I feel your skin.
Oh, God, I'm embarrassed.
I had no idea you were so into this.
Oh, my God.
This vid FTL jumped me into puberty. And who doesn't love a good cross-species romance?
I want you to see behind this mask. I want you to see.
Oh, my God. That's the line she used on him. But see, look, they look so
Works for
cute.
me.
Turian and Quarian.
Shepard, I see you serving drinks.
I found that
Are
super
you ever
cringy.
going
Am I
to
the only
join
one who
us?
found that cringy?
Someone has to drive you all home.
Are we sure the Normandy is still there? Has anyone else tried to steal it?
Stealing the Normandy. Now there's an idea.
Wait,
Kasumi.
who?
Trainer, you still have your toothbrush?
We can always get another Normandy. Call up Cerberus and ask them to please build us the SR3.
But wouldn't you have to change your name again? Tali Zora von Normandy SR3?
It's Vas Normandy. Von means one who has
I
a
love this
weak
line. I think it's hilarious.
bladder, which feels appropriate right about now.
Marco, isn't that why Leala is the
we call
most
it.
fleshed out romance,
We've
even
seen
though
a
she's
lot
not a
of good
companion
times
to
on
it?
that ship, haven't we?
Here, here.
Some of you more than others. I'm just honored to have squeaked in.
To the Normandy.
And to falling in love with the ship's captain.
You're here. Whew, somebody drank quite a lot.
What a night.
And then went to bed with their shoes on.
Look who's here.
Who goes to bed with their shoes on?
Hila. I'm going to be so sick.
Totally worth it.
I'll let you know. Ugh. Who put my suit back on? The buckles are all askew. And when did I get an Omni tattoo?
Okay,
See
she's
if
kind of
anyone
funny.
else is up.
But wow, that singing was cringy.
I guess shore leave's over.
At least we threw one hell of a party.
Probably the last one.
Probably the last one.
No. No matter what happens, you'll find a way to do it right. For all of us.
But no pressure, Shep. No pressure.
Serving on a human ship. I never would have guessed. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. We've had a good ride.
The best. It's such a bittersweet scene.
How's it going?
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you. I just got communication from the fleet. Sorry, from Rannoch. In the old days, I'd send any new technology I found back to the fleet. I should probably be doing that with the agriculture samples now. I don't know anything about raising crops.
How are your people doing?
It's crazy. The Geth are helping, setting up housing, adapting power systems.
They said they would.
What would have taken us years. Geth are even uploading into the suits of Quarian volunteers. They're rewriting environmental functions, jump-starting our immune systems.
That doesn't seem possible.
The Geth are software, not hardware. They can transfer themselves from a normal body into anything with enough processing
Well,
power.
that's interesting.
They're mimicking infections, so the host can adapt without getting sick. It's like making a vaccine.
So the Quarians won't have to wear those suits anymore?
It doesn't seem possible, but...
What if in Mass Effect 4, the Quarians, because the Geth jump-started all that, the Quarians have been able to, by now, take their suits
we
off?
might still wear them.
That would be cool.
The suits have become part of our society. But a rupture won't be a death
I know, right, Cookie?
Today, on Rannoch, there are Quarian children who will grow up healthy and strong.
Thanks to the Geth.
They owe that to you.
No. I'd have killed the Geth with no regrets. And I'd have been wrong. Thank you.
Anytime. Just let me know if you let a Geth upload itself in there.
No, the only person who gets inside my suit is you.
Yeah.
Nothing stands between us now. Whatever the galaxy throws at us, I'll be at your side. By the way, I left something for you up in your cabin. Go have a look. I can't believe my people are...
Ah, yes. The famous picture. And she stakes her claim. By putting a picture in his cabin, she stakes her claim. But look how gorgeous she is.
Of course. We can have ships at the colony in 36 hours. Do you need medical support?
No, evacuating the colony is more than enough. Thank you, Ambassador.
Ambassador?
Ambassador.
I'm coordinating actions for the fleet while we're here. Evacuating colonies, bolstering Turian defense lines. I think it was right here. 3 years ago to the day.
3 years.
What?
This was where Saren's assassins fired at me. I'd just gotten to the Citadel. I didn't think I needed my barriers up. My mistake.
Saren had assassins after you?
Right.
Ooh, excuse
I
me.
disabled the Geth and found that recording that proved he was working with the Reapers. I went to Ilium and tried to inform the authorities, but Saren's mercenaries attacked me. I barely escaped. I stowed away on a Turian freighter and came out here. I thought I was safe.
You never told me about this. How bad was it?
Got me in the arm. They used polonium rounds. I was running a fever in minutes. It was
Polonium.
the first time I'd been really hurt on my pilgrimage. I ran to the council embassy, asked for protection, offered the data on Saren. The Turian clerk called me suit rat. He threatened to have me tossed off the station if I didn't leave.
I wish that clerk could see you now.
He just did. That was him back there. I don't think he remembers me.
That's hilarious.
Maybe we should go have a little talk with that clerk.
Yeah, see, I like it. He's immediately
I spent
wants
3 years
to
waiting
defend her,
to come
protect her.
back and make his life hell. But when I finally saw him, he was just a clerk whose people
right.
desperately need help.
Which they'll get, thanks to you. Nice work, Ambassador.
Nice work, Ambassador.
Is more important than grudges and prejudice. Maybe he and I both needed to grow up a little.
The difference is that you helped when it counted.
The difference was you.
Defense drone unlocked.
Shepard, This wasn't your fault.
It's not about fault. I was supposed to stop them.
You will.
I don't know if I can do this, Tali.
Morden.
Earth. Paladin. Thessia.
Caden.
I'm risking everything to build the Crucible, and I'm not even sure what it does.
Let's see.
Who am I to make that call?
You're the one who was right, all along. You fought when no one else would, when nobody else believed you. And if that's not enough...
I don't see Rex's name.
You're the man I love. Don't forget that. No matter what happens.
I love this scene.
Shepard! Want a drink? I'm toasting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Taurian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tali.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working. She was so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader? With her perfect genes and that attitude and still, she got it done. She stopped her father.
I didn't realize this would be so hard on you.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch.
Yeah.
But I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking. She did whatever it took to stop her father.
Aw.
She never gave in to him. Never changed herself to please him. Don't me. You sound like a Vorja.
Seeing a bit of yourself in Miranda fighting her father?
I spent my life trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes. Doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
The question every generation asks at one
The
time or
answer
another.
to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
Yep.
I might need help with the induction straw. Port. You know. I'm having a drink with my boyfriend. My human boyfriend. My father would have hated you.
Here's to him, then.
That's fine.
And to Miranda. Nice job, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader Boshtet. Kila Solai.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice salute.
It's going to take a few more hours for the fleets to mobilize. I hate the waiting. I've been trying to find ways to pass the time.
Come up with anything good?
I thought maybe you could use some
Got to
company
say,
tonight.
I just did come up with
Will you
something
stay
good.
here with me? Until the call comes?
For as long as you want.
Oh God, that face. I cannot take it.
Hey,
You okay?
my system has adapted. No more negative reaction to you anymore. That's how we survive.
Is it how we survive? Adapting?
To a cold or interspecies contact, yes. To the Reapers, no. You're doing the right thing. You've assembled the largest military force in history. Nobody could have done more.
If this fails, the Reapers will wipe out every major military force in the galaxy in one battle.
We're not going to fail. And if you hadn't gathered all our forces together, we'd have all died separately.
That's true.
Thanks.
Oh my God, I need to play this game again.
Whenever you need me.
Sector trapped inside.
Almost
They have a
time
good
for the final
relationship.
push. Are you okay?
I thought I'd be asking you that question.
Shepard, I backed you when I was just a kid on her pilgrimage.
I think she takes the suit
I
off.
backed you when the
We had a
Normandy
discussion
was
about this
Cerberus
earlier. I
ship.
think from what she says, she takes the suit off.
Wherever you go,
for very brief periods of time.
And you haven't answered
So
my
I'm
question.
assuming her anatomy is much
Are
like a
you
human
okay?
female's. That's my assumption.
You remember how you felt when you landed on Rannoch? Now imagine it's not a story passed down by your people. Imagine you were there just a few months ago.
And now you're seeing it like this.
We need to put it right.
We will. Do you remember what we said on Rannoch? Just before you took down that Reaper?
You said, I love you.
And you said, Kila Salai. I want more time.
Hello, random. I've missed so much of my
I
beloved
know.
Tali. I'm sorry.
Whatever happens,
I know.
Yeah, you're right. It's the very end. We've come to a consensus, random, that he's in the Mass Effect 4, the Corians will know base maps because they will have adjusted, because the Geth helped them adjust. It's quite loud for me. Quite loud for you. Where Tali was about to go, I love you, or Shepard was about to say, I love you, and Tali says, no.
do you copy? I need an evac, right now.
Oh yeah, at the very end where Harrison Ford says, I know. All right, Shep, go make your big decision.
Come on. Get out of here.
I can't stay behind.
Don't argue with me, Tali.
Don't leave me behind.
I need you to make it out of here alive, Tali.
I can totally understand this moment where he'd be like, I got something to do and I cannot worry about you. How has everyone been lately? Speaking for myself, I'm excellent. And I hope everybody else has been excellent too, Random. How have you been?
Go!
Go, go, go! Then the next scene that totally gets to me is that bit where they're telling Joker, we have to go. And he's like, no, we still have time. And then they make him and he's like, oh, yeah, all right. But he's so disappointed. We've been busy with work, but not much else. Been playing Hades and Assassin's Creed Odyssey lately. That's true, Sammy. Depending on his choice, it's the last time she ever sees Shep. Thane. But we all know now the only choice is destroy. That's the only choice. A choice which, as you know, I will defend all the way 100% of the time. I think it's the right choice, but it's the only choice. Whoa. I love the music here too. I like the idea of synthesis, but I think in practical matters it has a lot of problems. I never, ever, ever choose. Yep. It was great to see you, Jambo. Sort of see you. Thanks for joining the stream. I think actually it's going to be over in a few minutes anyway, because this is basically the last scene. Well, it destroys all cybernetics, but cybernetics are rebuildable. And if you're not, I don't know if the Corians are networked in that way. I would think their suits to be fairly self-contained.
And while we still have many challenges ahead of us, we can face them together.
Ashley.
And we will honor those who died to give us that future.
And she also refuses to put up a plaque, looked like. I hate that Edie and the Geth die and destroy. It breaks my heart too. It totally does. But I love the idea that. Let me switch this back over to.
If we hack that.
I love the idea, though, that you have to make tough choices in these kind of games because it mirrors how real life would be. You have to make tough choices. And to my way of thinking, the Edie is an individual and the Geth, I don't know. It's hard not to sound hard-hearted. But I think it's the better choice in the bigger picture. I think it's a better choice. You have to sacrifice the few to save the many, especially when the few are rebuildable. I mean, they may not be the same person, but essentially you can get the species back. I'll defend it to the end. I think you are saying you agree with me, Mickey, right? I think there's a couple people that agree with me, but I do know that people who believe in synthesis, I haven't had very many people defend control, but I've had a lot of people in the comments on my videos on the topic defend synthesis and tell me why they think synthesis is the better choice. I don't happen to agree with it, but I do understand why people like synthesis. I personally would never pick it. I would never give up my free will and autonomy that way, especially on the promise of a star child who has already proven he can be deceitful and has no reason to help me. But that's a soapbox for another day. Anyway, that was fun. I have never seen the TALI romance, and now I can say that I've seen it. That was good. I liked it. I hope you guys had a good time. And now that lunch is long over and the afternoon has gone away, kill 100 to save thousands, tough decisions, but it's like the trolley problem. It is. The trolley or the train problem. Yeah, it is like the train problem. It's not like you want to sacrifice the few, but, you know, you have to look at the bigger picture. You can't just say, I want my friend to live, and so I'm going to sacrifice, you know, how many thousands of other species because I want my friend to live. That's the way I see it. Anyway, not that I would want to kill Edie or the Geth, my people who've become friends of mine. But I think I just think it's not natural for Shep not to stick to his mandate, the mandate that he's had since the beginning of day one, of game one. Anyway, I'll be curious to see what the next romance holds, whichever one we decide to do next. In the meantime, I hope you guys had a good time on the stream today. I completely and totally appreciate you having come by to watch. I know, random. I'll have to make sure I put the next one up in enough time that you get the time zone right, and I hope to spend more time with you next time. But I hope you guys had a good time today. I had a good time today. I'm glad my sound issues seem to be, you know, mostly solved. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. And don't forget, we're having our Among Us play on October 1st. So if you're in the Discord, take a look for that event on the Discord, because that'd be fun to get kind of a larger group. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of the day. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I think I'm required to say that. Bye, you guys. See you later.